Hi guys, my name is Apurva and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll share with you my visit to Zion National Park and help you plan yours. Zion is one of the most beautiful parks in United States and has the world famous Narrows and Angel's Landing hike. Let's start with how to get there first. So we flew to Las Vegas airport and from there it was 3 hour drive. um, and we camped for 3 nights at the Watchman campground. You can book the campsite through recreation.gov, and please do it well in advance. 2 to 3 months, it's very popular, gets booked. If you are not into camping, there are some good lodgings available inside the park or outside in the city of Springdale. I recommend staying in the park to avoid the traffic to enter the park. Also, it is always good to enter a national park this popular at night so that you don't get any traffic, when you're entering the park. And once you are inside the park, you don't have to go back and, enter again the next morning. So we entered the park around 11 p.m. and set up our tent and headed to bed. Yeah, so that was the first day of our visit. So our first morning at Zion was dedicated completely to Narrows. Narrows is a strenuous hike and requires proper gears because you are hiking on the river and it feels like you are walking on a greasy bowling balls. That's the best way to describe it. So it requires proper gears, as I said, like hiking pole and boots. Please do get it from Zion Outfitters, which are right at the park entrance before you do the hike. We did it with water shoes, and it was not a great experience. Traveling in Zion means park shuttle is very helpful. So please, get the park shuttle instead of driving your own car. You can only drive your car up to certain point in the Zion Scenic Highway. Please get and use the shuttle. It's very easy, convenient. And yeah, for the Narrows hike, what you do is you take stop number one from Zion Canyon Visitor Center, and then you get down at the last stop, which is the Temple of Sinawava. Such a beautiful name, isn't it? Yeah, takes you to the land of fantasy and mystery. That was my first thought. Temple of Sinawava, right? Also, it is highly recommended that you get this map brochure from the visitor center, or you can get it online, and then you can plan your day, upcoming days, what hikes you will do. So highly recommended. Please do get it before you go on a hike. So what we did was a day hike, right? This is called the bottom up approach. Uh, and Basically, once you get down from the shuttle, you hike to the start of the start point, which is the riverside uh, walk. So you walk for 1 mile on the riverside walk, and then you get to the starting point, essentially walking on the water. And you may hike as far as Big Spring, right? You may hike as far as, after which you need a permit to actually go further. So for day hikers, Big Spring is the point of return. You have to come back. So my suggestion here would be for you to go at least up to the confluence, like you're seeing here, where you can go and check out the Orderville Canyon. It has some nice waterfalls, and then there is the floating rock right there. And you can you should try to push yourself to get to Wall Street. uh, and yeah, from that point I think you should start heading back. Please try to get back to the shuttle stop by 3 to 4 p.m. This is to avoid the crowds for the last shuttle. and you don't want to miss this shuttle because that would mean a big walk back. So to summarize for Narrows, you start early, preferably 7 a.m. or so, 7-8 a.m. Get the shuttle, get there, carry your lunch, carry lots of water, and the right gear, right? So please get hiking shoes, hiking boots, the hiking poles, and yeah, get back by 3 or 4 p.m. as I said, for the shuttle.
Hey Jennifer, how's it going? Guys, this is probably the deepest part of Narrows we have encountered so far in this couple of miles. It is very cold, right? But it feels good coming up right there. Woohoo! We did it! And what lies ahead?
So when we returned, it was evening, around 4 or 5 o'clock. We just went and checked out some visitor center and some stores there, and went back to our campsite. It looked so amazing in the daylight, and there are deers in the campground, and they are very bold and friendly at the same time. So you can see one sitting here right at our campsite. Never seen something like this before. The campground doesn't have shower, but you can get the showers right at the entrance at Zion Outfitters. And and then we went in the evening to have some good food, good dinner in the town of Springdale. There are tons of good options. I'm vegetarian or vegan friendly, so yeah, I got some good options, and so will you. Another beautiful thing about Zion National Park is the dark skies. It is so perfect for stargazing, and you can see, I could photograph the Milky Way from my phone, and it was a breathtaking experience, to be honest. You need to have those good moments, right, where the skies are clear, and the days when the moon is not at its brightest. But you get all those opportunities in Zion once you make it here. Next day morning, which is the second morning of our visit, we started the Watchman trail hike early in the morning, 6 to 7 a.m. And this is a moderate hike, 3.3 miles. It goes up to the Watchman Overlook, and it has some amazing views. Definitely do it if you can. Once we did this, we had some food, and we took a shuttle to Zion Lodge, which is stop number 5. And from here, what we did was the beautiful hike of Lower, Middle, and Upper Emerald Pools. This hike is highly recommended. Swimming is not allowed in the pools, so we did not, but the water is so tempting, especially in the heat. We had a great time at this particular hike, and what was fun was we got done with it by around 12 p.m., which is like, the hottest time of the day perhaps, or getting really hot. But then you get some good food at the Zion Lodge. We had some nice lunch with some ice cream, and then we had a beautiful siesta under the shade, and relaxed there till 2 p.m. or so in the afternoon. And then taking the shuttle back was a little challenging because of the heat. It was already hitting like 115 Fahrenheit, 120. It was very hot. But we took our shuttle back and relaxed in the visitor center, and just spent the remaining time of ours in the Virgin River. It was very relaxing, just letting your feet soak in the water. There is some talk about cyanobacteria in the water of Virgin River, so they suggest not to put head inside the water. So I would say just be careful even with pets. They should not let the pets, you should not let your pets with head in the water, but you can obviously, sit in the shade, cool your legs, and observe the fishes that move by. So that night, this was our third night in Zion, and it was very special as we attended an evening program in the Watchman Campground Amphitheater with a park ranger, and she presented us with a talk about California condors. These are magnificent birds, and very handful of them, maybe 300 or 400 of them, remain alive in the wild. Um, so that was amazing. And then comes next morning, where we were supposed to head towards Bryce Canyon National Park. And we entered the park through south, and now we were exiting the park through the east. And this means that we go through the very popular Zion Mount Carmel Highway. And what we get to see is the Zion Mount Carmel tunnel as well. So it is very historic. And this is where we did our last hike, which is the Canyon Overlook Trail. Again, it's a moderate hike, takes you an hour or so to do it. So definitely stop by and do this hike. Much recommended. Very good views. You get to see the Zion Canyon from the east side. Some good views. So what was really wonderful was we spotted this desert bighorn sheep. They are also very, rarely seen, but we were able to spot that on the road. We took some good pictures and video, as you can see. Yeah, that was a very, perfect departure from the Zion National Park. A sweet ending. Yeah, amazing feeling actually. So to summarize the whole, itinerary or journey we visited in September 2020. I suggest weather-wise, spring and fall is the best time to visit. September and October more so, because it is hot but not very hot, and if you want to do narrows, the water flow level of narrows should be good or safe enough, which is during the fall time. Spring is also pretty, I have heard, weather-wise. So that is my suggestion. Please use the shuttle service, and try to stay within the park. It gets very crowded, so that will help you drink lots of water, and schedule your hikes early mornings and late evenings. And yeah, have a great time. This is one of the prettiest places I have been to ever in my life. And I would highly encourage you to go out and visit the Zion National Park. There is also another section to the Zion National Park which we did stop by while coming back. It's called the Kolob Canyons, and this is on I think, the west side of the park. So you can take a drive through the Kolob Canyons. That is good as well, and they have some amazing like views and hikes as well, but it is the less popular side of the park. With that, let me actually also share with you what we did here in all the 3 days, so you can take it home. And please put any comments, feedback on the video here. And if you like this, I'll be doing more so on other national parks as well that we have visited. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel if you liked it. And I'll sign off. Thank you so much.